Jack Smith.
Apes, this is your red-headed stepchild, Jack Smith. This is your creepy ex, Jack Smith. This is your blood brother, Jack Smith. This is your fellow ape, Jack Smith. And had a lot of shit to talk about today, but of course, because I'm too lazy to fucking write it down, I forget what I was going to talk about. I was going to touch upon Orange Man travel ban, and how in the last video I mentioned that maybe it's a good idea that he's putting it out. The battle between the no common sense people and the common sense people is actually happening in the public arena. But I didn't really think it through. But now that the Orange Man is going to try and rewrite the travel ban so that the words are indisputable constitutionally and otherwise, maybe it's a good thing, because the Orange Man will learn about the Oxford comma and shit like that, or whoever actually wrote the language of the thing will pay closer attention to what the fuck they're doing. So yeah, so maybe it is a good thing. Maybe the Orange Man will learn that tweets and presidential orders need different level of attention to detail as far as language is concerned. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about was the most important thing in the universe, my great passion, the post-humanism, our attempts at transhumanism, the fact that we must become machines. Because there are a lot of douchebags that in the transhumanist community. There's grillion tons of fighting going on. I won't say fighting, I'll say discussion about the best way to get from point A to point B. The cultural state of humanity through the process of transhumanism. One of the big things is that transhumanists don't realize that transhumanism is just the process of getting to post-humanism. They think it's the thing. They don't see it as the liminal state. They don't realize that it's not exactly parallel, but you've got outdoorsy people and you've got indoorsy people, or people who don't like the outdoors. But you do not have people who like walking through the door as the end of the end all be all to their self-description. I mean, yes, stepping out the door into a bright sunny day is lovely, but it's not about stepping out the door. It's about being out in the bright sunny day. Coming in from the bad weather is certainly lovely, but it's about getting inside from the weather. It's not about walking through the goddamn fucking door. You fucking apes. Yeah, transhumanism, and transhumanism being the end all be all, is just another name for we want to be fancy apes with robot stuff in us. We want to be modified apes. So yeah. So that. But the big issue is that a lot of these transhumanists feel that socialism is the vehicle which will allow us to get to where we have to be, allow us to get to the point of evolution, the point where we become machines. And I do not see socialism and innovation going together. The equality, the quote unquote equality that socialists are so concerned with, actually, they're more concerned with the inequality because it gives them social power. But innovation is born of inequality. Innovation is born of dissatisfaction, and the freedom to pursue something better. Under the grip of socialism, when you have a very tiny, wealthy, ruling political aristocracy, and everybody else is living in abject poverty, you have very little opportunity for the individual imaginations to come up with cool shit outside the political grip of government. The political grip of government is, fraught with corruption and nepotism always. There is no possible totalitarian government that is not completely corrupt. It's just government is always bad. The only thing that mitigates that is personal freedoms from the outside fucking with it. And these fucking retard socialists, they have this utopist idea always that, it'll work if we just get it right. Well, we will never get it right because we are human beings. And as long as we are fucking apes, government will be corrupt, and it cannot be all-consuming globally as you wish, because that would be corrupt and regressive globally. You fucking stupid socialist fucktard. Where are we here on time? Yeah, all right. So, that being said, just to recap, socialism does not inspire innovation. Socialism is social greed. It is greed that is based in power. And socialism is inequality on a grand scale. And if you want global socialism, you will still have inequality on a global scale. It will just be a far less productive inequality. When frustration is an engine, it moves us forward. When frustration is a tool for subjugation, it does not move us forward. So this is to all those smart people out there who are so fucking smart that they want to be socialists. Fuck you. It has always failed, and you are just a fucktard with letters after your name. You are a fucking sophist and a fucktard, and you do not have common sense. You cannot make something that is impossible work. Okay? This is Jack Smith wanting to eat some breakfast. What leftovers do I have? I have some leftover quiche. And they say that real men don't eat quiche. But real men are apes. Jack Smith wants to be a fucking machine. And for all you fucking transhumanists who think socialism is possible,
Jack Smith.